Big Sister Creek. That's a familiar call to action echoed by a group of residents in the town of Evans. But is government listening? And why have flood issues been dragging on for decades with no solid mitigation measures in place? News 4's Investigates' Luke Moretti takes a closer look.
For most of the year, Big Sister Creek flows quietly through the town of Evans.
We have a great location, beautiful creek.
But there are times when the creek rises to an ugly stage.
It decides to use the neighbors' backyards.
Ice jams cause flooding. And the result?
We're pretty much definitely underwater.
The flooding has been well documented over the years.
The ice flow started breaking suddenly before noon here on Big Sister Creek.
The principal flood problems happen during winter and spring months because of snowmelt or heavy rains. Some residents in the area of the Route 5 bridge over the creek bear the brunt.
I lost my home in 1999.
But Lisa Gano and her family decided to build again on the same property. Today, her home is on higher ground, but the family's landscaping business is closer to the creek.
I've lived at the same location for 35 years, and it's been the same for 35 years, just progressively getting worse.
If Gano sounds frustrated, she is, and she's not alone.
Nobody just wants to seem to listen.
Frank Marcotte has been in the area for 45 years. He says it's getting tougher to clean up the debris and mess caused by floodwaters. It's especially troubling, he says, when his pool takes a hit.
I put plywood up every year with sandbags to prevent the flow of the water. It's already ruined 2 liners at about $6,000 a shot, so it's frustrating.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating.
Things have gotten so frustrating, some residents formed a committee called Fix Big Sister Creek. Both Marcotte and Gano are members. News 4 Investigates met with them and others at this Bennett Road residence.
How many people do you think are impacted by this every year? Now, you said you got 30 members.
About
right?
only 30 homes.
About 30 homes.
30 homes are impacted.
And they're not,
yes.
Are they all on Bennett or are they?
They are on Route 5, Bennett Road, Church Road, and North Main Street. So a big area.
This happens every year.
It does, every year.
To say that many residents who live along the flood-prone section of the creek are frustrated is an understatement. This is not a new problem, and getting answers, some residents tell me, is challenging. But that seems to be changing.
This became part of our district just this year, and so our involvement in this started in the spring.
State Senator Patrick Gallivan says after meeting with residents, he understands why they're frustrated. He's working to bring together all of the stakeholders, local, county, state, and federal.
There's no easy response, but I think in this particular case, there is funding available for studies to deal with flood mitigation and identifying problems and identifying solutions. And unfortunately, for the residents who have been frustrated for years and years and years, that has to be the starting step yet again.
Yet again, because the flooding issues along Big Sister Creek in the town of Evans have been studied in the past. In fact, News 4 Investigates obtained copies of 2 U.S. Army Corps of Engineers studies, one from the late 1990s and another from the early 1970s. The 1970 study looked at overbank flooding and ice jam issues with a specific focus on a flood event in February 1965.
We've been part of the conversation over the decades and over the years.
David Schulenberg is the chief of the planning branch at the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, Buffalo District.
So we considered a couple of ideas to get after those issues, which included some levee concepts and also some different ideas to combat that ice jam flooding when it occurred in the wintertime. So that was the focus in 1973.
But he says it didn't meet the mark for a federal project based on a cost-benefit analysis at the time. According to Schulenberg, the study was turned over to the town and state for their consideration. In the end, he says, nothing was built based on that study.
Studies are great, but you got to be able to implement the results of the study.
The flood-prone section of Big Sister Creek also falls in the district of Erie County legislator and minority leader John Mills.
What needs to be done there to fix this once and for all?
Well, first of all, I think you've got to get the study in place ASAP. I mean, they're the taxpayers, you know. They deserve to have a good quality of life. And I think with the dollars that are available, we should be looking very aggressively to get that project taken care of.
The central stakeholder in all of this is the town of Evans.
And I know firsthand exactly what goes on with that, correct?
Tom George is the deputy town supervisor. A lifelong resident of the town, he knows all about Big Sister Creek flooding. George says the town will be applying for a state grant by the end of this week to help pay for an engineering study. Yes, another study.
I think more so this time around, there will be action just because of the support we have at the different levels of government. I'm confident that this application, upon its approval, will get that study done and we'll have an action plan.
Members of the Fix Big Sister Creek Committee have their own opinions about what needs to be done.
I think it's a series of things. We need to clean the creek out from the debris. We have drone footage. Dredging, yes, in spots. We need the bridge taken care of, raised, because that stops a lot of the ice, and then the ice starts to flow and the water, it deteriorates. And then we need pylons put in to help catch the debris where the banks can handle all of that.
News 4 Investigates has learned that the State Route 5 bridge over Big Sister Creek is scheduled to be replaced. According to the State Department of Transportation, it's in the initial design phase, and construction timetables have not been finalized.
Somebody might identify the bridge on Route 5 being too low as the problem. Somebody else might identify other areas as the problem. Truth is, all of these things could contribute to it.
And that's why the major stakeholders say a new present-day study of the creek is required. That's the first step. Once the issues are identified and solutions are on the table, then it becomes a matter of cost and who's going to pay for it. We'll keep you posted. Luke Moretti, News 4.